Well, I'm here in Torrance, California, where if you have an extra $300,000 just kicking around in your pocket, this might be something you'd like to consider. I'm here at a true American success story, Robinson Helicopters, where they've been taking care of the need for speed and providing a view of the world at no extra cost. In this factory alone, they've built 8,000 of these helicopters, and they show no signs of slowing down. Neither do I. This is the way to discover Southern California. High above the Pacific coast, the Robinson R44 is in its elements. In a state where infamous televised car chases make headline news, the Robinson chopper is king. Not only is it far and away #1 in North America, it's homegrown.
Well, I became fascinated with helicopters from the very beginning. The idea that somebody could build a machine that was heavier than air and could remain motionless in the air and move in any direction.
Frank Robinson started the company in 1973, and he's still there every day.
That's been our goal right from the very beginning, to keep everything as simple as possible and at the same time keeping everything as light in weight as possible and as inexpensive, but also you get the reliability. When you keep things simple, you inherently make them more reliable.
Staying with that strategy, Robinson specializes in only 2 models, the 2-seat R22 and the more powerful 4-seater.
This is the R44 AVI, and it is by far our most popular model right now. It's also our most expensive one, but it's very, very popular. And it is quite fast, faster than many of the larger turbine-powered helicopters.
Every week, 20 aircraft are packaged and shipped to every corner of the globe. That's more than all other North American manufacturers combined.
There's some more over here on this side you might want to shoot.
Literally every component on the choppers, including the upholstery, is made on site, and most of it by hand.
Okay, this is the dimensional inspection area.
And when it comes to safety, there is no room for error.
Well, we do 100% inspection on all of the critical dimensions on the critical parts. There are some that are not critical, and in some cases we can use sampling, but we don't do too much of that. We do mostly 100% on the critical. If a rotor blade come off, if he's up very high, there's not a damn thing he can do.
Everything's in the green, warning lights are out, so we're good to go. One of the tests we do is we load the aircraft to gross weight, and we put it through various controllability maneuvers.
This is where the real testing takes place. Every helicopter that leaves the assembly line gets a minimum of 4 hours in the air with one of the company's test pilots.
Well, one of the most important things is getting it track and balance. That's actually the first thing we do. The blades will be off a little bit, and it'll cause a lot of vibration, a lot of shaking, which over time is going to cause a lot of damage, so plus the rough ride. So we track and balance them first, and then just going through all the checks, making sure all the controls work correctly. It's more of a qualitative evaluation than anything. Basically, if you can read the instruments, it's good. So right now I can see all the instruments, nothing's shaking real bad, the airframe's not shaking real bad. So I'll back off to cruise here. The features that I really love about this helicopter is if I take my feet off everything, it'll pretty much fly itself, straight and level. You can see it's, we're starting to descend, we're starting to turn a little bit, but it will actually fly because it is so stable in flight.
The ease of operation is the result of a Frank Robinson innovation. By moving the steering mechanism to the center of the cockpit, he reduced the strain on the pilot.
It allows you to desensitize the lateral control because you can move the cyclic grip a greater distance with the same tilt of the rotor. But it's good to be able to come down and rest it in a comfortable position like this while you're flying and still have all of the buttons here in a convenient place.
And the same attention to detail is stressed every day on the shop floor as they put the finishing touches on another chopper. Oh, and Frank Robinson? He not only owns the company, he's a customer too.